What can we learn from Robert Lewandowski? But it is possible also to stop working when you are 30 or 35, or at least working only on what you love to do. But you should not assume that Robert Lewandowski has that money in his bank account. Up to $4 million on a few cars worth about $250,000 each. Robert Lewandowski has also invested his money in the green energy industry. Robert Lewandowski is an advocate of diversification in investments. He took over 20% the company shares. What do Robert Lewandowski and a magician have in common? Both do hat tricks. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I will talk about what we can learn from athletes about investing. Many athletes have their most productive years until the age of around 35. During the peak of their sports career, they often get used to living at a high level. And as you can imagine, it costs money. Therefore, they need to secure their future when they no longer earn millions from sports appearances or advertising contracts. I am sure you have heard of Mike Tyson, who despite reaching the championship level in boxing, at one point announced that he had no money at all. Current athletes have managers who help them manage their big salaries to secure their future after their sports career. But it is possible also to stop working when you are 30 or 35, or at least working only on what you love to do. But you have to accumulate assets. Today I will share with you how Robert Lewandowski invests his money and what are his plans for the future after his sports career ends. Rental real estate, investments in startups, or maybe a stock market. Investing in rental real estate is difficult to scale. External companies can help in servicing it, but it is expensive. So let's take a look at exactly where Robert Lewandowski's money works for him. Robert Lewandowski has a very reasonable approach to money. Robert Lewandowski earns 22 million euros a year from his contract with Bayern Munich. With advertising revenues, his annual earnings can reach 30 million euros a year or $36.5 million a year. That gives about $100,000 a day. He needs 1.5 weeks to get $1 million. According to Frost, the assets of Lewandowski and his wife Anna exceeded $136 million. But you should not assume that Robert Lewandowski has that money in his bank account. Robert Lewandowski, of course, spends on a luxurious life, but it is not something you can easily spend $136 million on. Robert Lewandowski probably spent up to $4 million on a few cars worth about $250,000 each. His few residences are worth around $30 million. In an interview, Robert Lewandowski admitted that he is not ashamed to earn and have money. This mentality is not so typical in Poland, and that was exactly the difference between a Polish mentality from that of an American. Americans are proud that they have earned a fortune and they can multiply it by investing. You can't be ashamed of having money. If you think that money is wrong, do you think that earning and multiplying it will be easy for you? To be rich, you need to have assets, stocks or rental real estates to increase your wealth. If you like this content and analysis which I share with you, subscribe and click the bell to receive notification of a new video being released on this YouTube channel. A big announcement: I have launched another YouTube channel about investing, but it is in the Polish language, as I discovered a niche on Polish YouTube. I noticed that Polish YouTube lacks a person who understands growth companies, both on Polish and foreign markets. So if you can speak Polish, I'm sure you will like the content on this new YouTube channel about finance and investing. Just search Inwestowanie 2.0 on YouTube. There is also a link in the video description of this video. Let's come back to the assets of Robert Lewandowski. Let's start with the stock market. Robert Lewandowski established cooperation with two companies listed on the Polish Stock Exchange. The first is Movie Games, which is a producer and publisher of computer games. Movie Games' contract with Lewandowski provides for the creation of sports games. What a surprise. Lewandowski will support the project financially and in terms of image, which is even more important. In August 2020, Movie Games announced the founding of the Goat Games company, in which Robert Lewandowski holds a 26% stake. The company is working on 5 sports games, including Championship Simulator, Referee Simulator, and Football Agent Simulator. As Robert Lewandowski claims, cooperation with Movie Games allow to show football from the kitchen. Movie Games is not the only company in the gaming industry interested in cooperating with Robert Lewandowski. Playway, which is considered an investment fund in the Polish gaming industry and has shares in several dozen companies creating games, announced at the end of 2020 the founding of the company RL9 Sport Games. Robert Lewandowski took over 20% of the company shares and is to support the project team during the development of the game Football Coach the Game. Football Coach the Game is to be a simulator of a football coach. The game will initially run on computers and mobile devices, and its release is expected in 2020. Do you like gifts? Would you like to benefit from the growth of the e-commerce industry? Especially for you, I have prepared a report in which I discuss 14 e-commerce companies that I have on my watch list. I own 4 of these companies in my investment portfolio. The link is in the video description. Robert Lewandowski has also invested his money in the green energy industry. The captain of the Polish national team revealed that he had shares in the Hymon company, which assembles photovoltaic installations. Renewable energy is an industry with excellent growth potential. Hymon intends to debut on the stock exchange in the future. Cezary Kucharski was the manager of Robert Lewandowski. Thanks to this cooperation, Robert Lewandowski became a partner of the Polish venture capital fund, Protos VC. The fund deals with investments in internet startups at an early stage of their development. You must know that investing in startups should involve a lot of diversification because 90% of startups will not be successful. Those that achieve success are expected to provide a 20 or 50 times rate of return, and in that way are to cover losses from these less successful investments. Examples of investments of this fund are the online health food trading platform Local Farmer, the platform of wedding salons Your Dress. A part of Robert Lewandowski investment portfolio is much broader. The name of Lewandowski appeared in the financial round of an application which helps sell used clothes online, Less Up. Robert Lewandowski also invested in an application related to artificial intelligence, Samurai Labs. This company, with the help of artificial intelligence, detects and prevents violence on the internet. Robert Lewandowski is an advocate of diversification in investments. The agricultural industry is another one for which the Polish football player has exposure, as he is a co-owner of BioLeader. The company produces bio preparations used by farmers. Robert Lewandowski likes investments in industry that have a real impact on people's everyday lives. There is also a place for real estates in the portfolio of Robert Lewandowski. The first category is real estates that do not generate cash. Robert Kiyosaki defines such properties as liabilities because they take money out of your pocket instead of adding to your pocket. Generally, if you are just starting with investing, this book can be a turning point for you in understanding that money can work for you. I have included links to buy this book in the description for this video. But let's go back to the Polish footballer who plays for Bayern Munich. One of his properties is his villa in the capital of Bavaria. The house was bought a few years ago for 10 million euros. Another property is an apartment in the Zlota 44 tower in Warsaw. In this case, the apartment is really a legitimate name, which costed about $9.5 million and was bought in 2016. In this skyscraper, Robert Lewandowski has access to a 25-meter swimming pool, gym, massage rooms, private cinema, and golf simulator. From the windows of this apartment, you can also admire the views of the capital of Poland. The third property is a house in Warmia, which is situated on a large plot of land with a private beach and access to Lake Jomuń. The house is mainly used for relaxation during holidays in Poland. We can estimate that these three residential properties are currently worth over $25 million. Another group of real estates are investment real estates. Robert Lewandowski holds shares in the development company LS Investments, which has investments in the Warsaw Ochota district. One such investment in the Ochota district is a sports medicine clinic. Robert Lewandowski also holds shares in the RL Management Real Estate Rental and Management Fund. Next group of investments in the portfolio of the Polish star are restaurants. Robert Lewandowski, together with Tadeusz Müller, who is the son of Magda Gessler, Polish celebrity chef, will open restaurants in the Warsaw breweries. It is meant to be a place for sports fans where you can feel the sporting spirit of the fight. The opening is expected in 2021. What can we learn from Robert Lewandowski? Certainly, the captain of the Polish team teaches us to spend less than we earn. Another lesson is investing the surplus in stocks which represent ownership in companies or real estates. But the important thing is that wealth can help him to realize his vision of the world. Robert Lewandowski would like to open a football school in Poland in the future. Such plans would not be possible without the money that he currently earns and invests. So the next time you find yourself complaining that the world or the country you live in is not what you would like to, take the first step to change it. Complaining doesn't change anything. Action does. In this video, I shared my opinion, which is not investment advice. Always do proper research before investing in any assets. And if this video has given you value and has expanded your understanding of investing, subscribe and click the bell to be notified by YouTube about a new video on this channel. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, happy investing!